Hey there, fellas. So as we all know, a car like this is going to have a lovely gearbox of this type. What makes it lovely, well, they're all typically in this sort of condition. Hey, no surprise. With it being underneath the car and exposed to all of the dirt, dust, not to mention you have sticky oil leaking out of it sometimes. Anyway, that's beside the point, let's discuss tools. So I have acquired this here portable impact wrench. The colloquial term for it is meat grinder. So without overcomplicating things, this'll give you quite a lot of reduction. It's like a 1:58 ratio. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to remove the gearbox and install the meat grinder. See how it holds up, of course, how the car is gonna drive, and what goes wrong, if something indeed does. Okay, let's replace the transmission with a meat grinder and go for a drive. Let's do this. Using a 1:58 gear ratio, what will happen? Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Okay, allow me to show you what we've put together here. Right here we've got part of the bell housing. That's for the clutch and the associated bits. Then we have this improvised adapter. But then it's not so much an adapter as it is part of the gearbox. Here's the housing and the meat grinder itself. Okay, portable impact wrench. They call it a meat grinder colloquially. Anyway, it is inside this housing that we made from a steel beam. The whole thing is reinforced, it's nice and durable. After that, of course, you have the usual propeller shaft. Nothing complicated. Fire it up. Give me a gear. What gear? I don't know. Oh wait, what am I saying? It's not like you can... Okay, so... it works. We've lubed it. We did lubricate the meat grinder type impact wrench, so that's all good. But the sound it's making is still a bit suspect. You weren't pressing the gas, were you? Knock, knock. Where's he at? Are you at idle? That is a fast idle. Like, way too fast. I see him. Doesn't want to hold idle. Okay, start it back up. You can let go of the clutch. Doesn't seem to want to run. Must be because it's cold. Pull out the choke. Let go of the clutch. Okay, so check it out. The engine is turning at about idle, actually. We did bring them up slightly, because the engine doesn't want to hold idle. It is spinning real fast. But all jokes aside, you can clearly see what's up. Give it some gas. Gas! Nothing really seems to have changed. Switch it off. The rotational speed is very low, so there is quite a bit of reduction happening. That should make this pull quite a bit harder. As for how much and how we can even verify that, well, let's go outside and find out. Because there's only so much you can do on a lift. Let's do this. And here we go. It feels like it's getting through the play. I ease off the gas and the car jerks forward. You get a shove, it works through the slop, rolls forward, and then the process sort of repeats itself. I think the ratio on this impact wrench was 58:1 or something. And we've got the rear diff on top of that. Okay then. I guess we'll be driving it idle. Well, I mean, it refuses to run at such low revs, so I'm having to feed a bit of throttle. I'm having to slightly bring the revs up for the thing to run. Yeah, I reckon... Okay, that feels about right. I reckon that even at this sort of engine speed we can try something. But first we need to get up to speed. Wow, when I rev the engine, that barely even affects the car's speed. You know, this feels a lot like that time when we fitted a bunch of diffs to a car. Yeah, for sure. Somebody's bound to catch up and start honking their horn. Like, why is he barely moving? You know what's funny? How do I back up? This doesn't have a reverse gear, meaning it can only drive forward. It's not like you can start the engine in the other direction. This is gonna be such a fun ride. Covering these 60 meters or thereabouts, it might take a little while. I can't tell exactly, but I'd say about 2 to 3 minutes maybe. Or perhaps 4, I don't know. But hey, no sweat. We'll get there eventually. Now, I haven't been tracking the time, but it feels like more than 3 minutes have gone by. Or perhaps even 4. Hey, it is what it is. That's as fast as the car can go. We'll drive it a tiny bit more. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. What's the point of even sitting inside the car when it can drive on its own? Go make us some coffee. This is very much a case of set it and forget it. Here we go. We're bound to make it sooner or later, right? Just make sure it goes straight and leave it to its own devices. It won't go far. It ain't happening. Yeah, you so want to push it to make it go faster. We'll have to flip around right here. Oh my. It's coming your way, catch. Sergey, get behind the helm. It got through there pretty handily. We could send it into that mound, but then how are we gonna get it? Why don't we do a burnout? Of course. I'm holding the brake pedal right now. You see what it's doing? Let's just send it. That took a burden off its shoulders. It just lunged forward. Hey, if we can just walk next to the car and control it, let's send it uphill. As long as it doesn't drive itself through there. I am super curious. It seems to be steering itself, look at that. Yo, where are you going? Doesn't have enough grip. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You got this. Come on. Just a little bit more. Oh, for crying out loud. Can't find any more grip? Let me give you a hand. Wow, at such speed you can't even rock it. What if I do this? Come on. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Nah, no dice. Yeah, it's revving on its own. So apparently when the load is alleviated, it must be picking up the gasoline that it didn't suck in before. The load eases off, the revs go up, and it pulls it in. What do you say to that, Elon Musk? Wait, did we just break it? For crying out loud. We need to get it off somehow. It doesn't have a reverse gear, and even pressing the clutch doesn't work. The meat grinder simply doesn't allow the car to roll back. Yeah, turning back a reduction gear with such an enormous ratio is almost impossible. We were sort of able to by hand. I guess we can try anyway. Perhaps it might even work. No, it doesn't want to budge. We're only dislodging the axle. There we go. Okay, we've pulled it off. Now we'll circle the compound and drive into our facility from the other side. Yeah, this is some breakneck speed here. Okay. Let's see how well it does on the rough terrain. Okay, we've navigated turn 1 and the first short straightaway. You need a ride? Hop in. No, you don't. I can walk faster. You can walk there faster. I don't think so. I mean, look at how fast we're going. Lightning McQueen. Uh-huh. Almost 2 weeks in. That won't change anything. Oh, there we go. Holy cow. That's me pressing the clutch. I can't tell the exact rev count, but it is a lot. There we are. It is slowly accelerating with the clutch in. It is very slow though. Okay guys, we've just done a victory lap around the compound, which took a really long time. It felt as if we started on Monday and only made it back on Friday. The wheels spun pretty freely, like too freely even. You can press the brake and the wheels are gonna be slowly turning. At the end of the day, this worked, and we did well. We tested the idea, and the results were positive. Okay, that's all I got for you. Watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment, give us a big thumbs up. All right, catch you later.